Hey boys, what's going on? I'm back with another Rugby League Live 3 video, and this one's sort of a bit outdated now because people were I saw this a while ago when the drill first came out, but the controls, obviously, as you can see in the title, I'm going to go through the different controls, and I know a few people have done videos on this, and pretty much I just totally forgot about doing a video on it, but I thought, you know what, I felt like doing a video, and I'm sure some people haven't seen it, so I'm going to go through any interesting things. So this is the first one here. So kicks. So everything is pretty much the same. You hold L2 and then you hit A for a punt. The bomb, where's the bomb one? Bomb for B. So this is the Xbox controller, obviously. PlayStation's going to be exactly the same. I actually thought the bomb was the Y button. Maybe I'm mistaken, but yeah. The kicking seems exactly the same. Obviously, chip kicks, you just press the button, press B. Grubbers, press A. I'm more confused because I'm used to PlayStation controls, but it's exactly the same. Just the the letters are different. But so sprint, obviously, movement same. But then we got the evasion. So up is fend, which is what it was. Down. Now here's an interesting one. That's the goose step. Left is sidestep left. Right, sidestep right. And then hit up, click. So everything is the same there apart from the goose step. So I have no idea what that could be. It'll be really interesting to see how it is, because is it going to be worthwhile actually using a goose step? Like, is it going to... I don't know, like, how's it going to work in a gap? Like, honestly, I have no idea. Like, maybe it's going to be like, it could work maybe, a good way it could work, like, let's say you spread out to the left, and you're trying to go around them. You could either, like, sidestep back inside them, or you could, like, do a goose step to go around them, that sort of thing. Maybe the goose step, you can keep pace, while you sort of, feign a step. I don't know, it's going to be interesting, but it's a cool addition. Passing, exactly the same. Passing is the same. You know, passing isn't broken. There's no need to fix it. That's just how it is. Loose ball, kicking it while it's on the ground, diving on it. The other one here, leave ball, click and hold. So people are sort of going on about that's a great feature, but it was actually in Rugby League Live 2, and it did work. Like, every time I did it, it worked. I know some people saying it didn't work for them, but that was in the last game. But yeah, it's in this game as well. It's funny, the last game I never knew how to, like, dive on a ball that was on the ground, so I probably should have, like, looked at the controls, but everything else is the same pretty much. Contested catches, so here we go. This one's a bit more interesting. So Y, we got the contested jump catch. So that's obviously, you know, going up for the ball against another person. Your safe catch, if there's no pressure, you'd probably hit this one, and I'm guessing you don't leave the ground, and you just, you know, one of those ones where it's just in the breadbasket, not hands above the face like an AFL mark, just a nice safe catch. X, contested jump tap, which again was in the last game. I never really tried to do it, but it is in this game as well, and obviously with the right analog stick you can do the direction, which is good. So I'll probably try to do it. Hopefully it does work pretty nicely, because just bombs in the last game were pretty bad in general, so I never really tried bombs at all, and the tap back just never really thought about. So it could be interesting though. I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of these things in action. But yeah, I like the fact that there's a safe... Oh shit, like it's a safe jump catch. Okay, so it's not... I don't know if I said you stay on the ground. You actually jump up for it, but obviously it's like a catch on the chest. It's not, like I said, an AFL mark, but you do jump for it still. Okay, I'm an idiot. But I do like the fact that there's a contested and a safe jump catch. It, you know, gives you those options, and well, my understanding of it will be, obviously, you contested jump catch, you have more chance of getting over a person doing a safe catch, but at the same time, there's more chance you'll drop the ball. And obviously, a safe jump catch, you got less chance of actually winning the ball in a contest, but you won't drop the ball, pretty much is how it'll go. And we'll move on if the buns will work. Did I miss one there? No. Okay. We're up to defense here. So switching players, movement, switch to fullback the same. We got the dive tackle, which I really liked to do in the last game. That's still there. The arm pin tackle, still the same. Low tackle, still there, all good. But the X is where it gets pretty interesting. Charge downs. Charge downs are fucking sick inclusion. That's going to make the game that much better, because like playing against a computer, you literally couldn't stop the computer kicking a field goal, or even kicking for that matter. You know, occasionally you could actually get to the kicker, like very rarely. Most times the computer would just kick it before you got to him, but the odd time you could actually nearly get to him, but there was no way to actually stop a drop goal. With a charge down, that's just gonna... It just makes the game so much better. It's gonna be awesome. Again, we don't know how it's gonna work, but great inclusion. And then we got the drag tackle, or the big hit, which I don't know what this means. Does it... So if you do, obviously if you click it, you do a big hit, but then once you do a big hit, do you then drag them, or is it when you get into a arm pin or a low tackle, you can actually drag them? I'm not too sure how it's going to work, or if it's just when you do a big hit, then you have the option to drag a player. Again, interesting to see how it works. I'm not totally sure of the wording on that. It'd be cool if you could do... Actually, I don't know. I'd love to see it in action. I'd love to see some gameplay of like a drag tackle, but yeah. Then we got another interesting screenshot. So strip ball the same, hold tackle the same, I think. And then quick play the ball, wiggle. That's awesome. That is awesome. Again, another great thing. And I like the way they've done it, where you wiggle the joystick. Like, we don't know if it's going to be overpowered, or if it's going to be too easy to do, or if it's not good at all. We don't know, but I do like the fact that you wiggle it to get a quicker play the ball. You know, it keeps you involved in the game, and it makes it so it's not a random chance. Like, hopefully you can only really do a quick play the ball if, you know, the tackle isn't a very dominant tackle. Like, if they put a big hit on, or if they do just a bigger tackle, hopefully you can't get a quick play the ball to exploit this. But if it's like I guess a weaker tackle, then you have the option to wiggle and get a quick play the ball, which would be cool. But yeah, again, love to see it in action. And here's like the tactics defense, pretty basic. The wing is back, wing is up, slide left, compress, go out, slide right, you know, pretty basic. And then the attacks, tactics, attack, punt, and field goal. You know, I'll talk about this briefly. I would have loved it if they expanded upon this a bit. Like, why can't, like, just on that little screen there, they have two more buttons that they could use, the left and the right arrows. Why not have the left one for a chip kick setup? So your playmaker goes to one side of the play ball, and your fullback or your speedy outside back comes in beside your playmaker, and then you do a chip kick and your fullback bursts onto the ball. Why can't that be an option? Or, you know, something like that. You know, obviously they had the punt and the field goal, but I feel like that's something that they could have expanded upon. Now, we don't know for sure that this is the final controls. There might be more stuff in the game, so I might be speaking a bit early on that front, but it seems like that's all there's going to be for tactics. Yeah, a little disappointing. I feel like if there's not any more introduced into it, like what I just mentioned, it's slightly a letdown, but at the same time, it's not that big a deal. Chip kicks are usually pretty overpowered anyway. But yeah, that's the controls. This video's dragged on a bit, but I thought I'd just talk about it, give you guys my opinions on it, and show anybody that hasn't actually seen it a few new cool additions. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you next time.